feel stressed out? You're not alone. Today is National Stress Awareness Day. While everyone suffers from stress from time to time, it's important to determine your triggers and work on ways to control it. So whether stress comes from finances, family, work, or even your health, there are things you can do to minimize the negative effects. Here now to talk more about National Stress Day is Vice President of Clinical Operations for the San Diego Center for Children, Dr. Cheryl Rohde. Doctor, thank you so much for joining us.
Happy to be here.
Okay, so there are some positive stress things. I mean, it can motivate you to do better, be better, do more, I guess.
Right.
But there are a lot of negative things with stress.
So stress gets such a bad rap, so we'll start by saying stress is totally normal. We all feel stress. Some level of stress is good. Like you said, it can motivate us, it can focus our attention, right, so that we can do a great job on things. But it's when that stress gets to be too intense or too frequent, or we don't get a break from it, that it can start to have really negative effects on our physical well-being and our emotional well-being.
So how do you identify the triggers and try to minimize the negative effect? Because, I mean, I know what stresses me out, but, I mean, I got to deal with it. It's life. So how do I deal?
The first thing is to recognize it, right? Recognize that it's having an impact on you. So that might be paying attention to where you feel it in your body, right? A lot of us hold that stress in our back and our shoulders. We get headaches or tension in our jaw. Oh gosh, I'm feeling that stress. Other people feel it in their stomach, their GI system, right? Upset stomachs, difficulty eating or low appetite. Other people notice their blood pressure. Oh, the stress and my blood pressure and my heart rate is pounding. And
I grind my teeth at night.
Right.
And I think that's
becoming
stress,
very
right?
common, right? So we all feel stress a little bit differently in our bodies. So just being aware, oh, that's stress that I'm feeling, and it's having an impact on me. But also what's happening to us emotionally, right? Oh gosh, I'm feeling a little anxious, or I'm feeling really anxious, or I've had this stress going on and on. It's making me feel a little bit down and low energy. So being attuned to how we're feeling emotionally about it as well.
And so what can we do? It's okay to vent to your friends.
Oh, there are lots.
Call your mom.
Yes, so that's the good news. There are lots of things that we can do. So the first is to recognize it. And then I say, take a break. Okay, I'm feeling stressed. Where am I feeling it? How am I feeling it? And my first go-to strategy is to just take some deep breaths, right? We slow our breathing down. It sends good signals to the rest of our body, physically and mentally. Hey, we're not in a crisis. It's not an emergency. I can handle this. And then we can take a minute to, what am I saying to myself? What are the thoughts that are going through my head that are maybe making that stress worse, right? So if we're saying, I can't do this, this is too much, I'm not going to be successful, then that stress can get worse. So what's some positive self-talk? And if you can't come up with positive self-talk, pick up the phone, call a friend, talk to your colleague, let somebody else help you with that, share that stress, right? So venting, but saying, hey, I need some help. Right? And maybe that colleague is going to remind you, you're great at this. You always handle these things. That really can help us
turn it around.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so we're going to link you guys at home to the San Diego Center for Children, because you offer so many programs, outpatient therapies, all kinds of stuff, support groups to help people deal, because these are stressful times. It's okay. It's okay to admit
and
it.
children feel stressed too.
Yeah,
so sometimes we think of it as an adult problem, but we have to remember that children at all ages experience stress as well, and they might not be able to put that into words as easily as we can as adults. And parents need to know, well, what are some strategies that I can use at home?
Recognize it,
How can I model it, and how can I guide my child through stressful times?
Cheryl Rohde, thank you so much for joining us. Okay, we're going to link people there.